Yo, what's going on? Another video, another topic, another wisdom filled moment. I'm trying to figure out like how do I start these videos. I don't really know. I'm just like trying to see like how I do it. But I don't know. I'm sure it's gonna come like eventually. Like I'm gonna figure like a I don't know, a pattern or something. Anyways, so on my way to work this morning, I was just like thinking like, yo, like why is it that human beings like give themselves to the enemy so easily? You know what I mean? Like, and what I mean by that is that, like, for example, you're having like a blessed day, everything's going your way, the lights are all green, people are waving and smiling. This is like you're having like some sort of like euphoric day. Everything's beautiful, and then something goes wrong, and like you go and blame it on like, well, spiritual warfare, or like, demons, or like, they're after me, the ops, that hater over there. And and when you think about it and you take two steps back, it's you're you're making your reality based on like how you're reacting to the current situation. You know what I mean? So like not every trial and tribulation, not every spiritual attack is the enemy. And I know there's truth to it, okay? I'm not denying that. But what I'm saying is that like when you kind of give in so easily when something goes wrong, and you say it's the enemy, or it's a hater, or it's just somebody just trying to be racist, or it's like I don't know, people being people, you're kind of like, forfeiting yourself that easily. You know what I mean? Like, try to have a different mindset, a different perspective. Like, sometimes do some self evaluation, and it could be you. Like, let's say, like, for example, like, I'm trying to work on this myself. Like, I tend to show up places really late, and some say is me not being mindful of the time. I say I move on island time. That's actually a real thing. But I'm just trying to be more mindful on my arrival times. On the appointments, and there's days that I'm really good at it. So like the night before, I prep my lunch. I take out the clothes that I'm gonna wear. Leave the kettle full of water, whatever. And the next day when I get up, I thank the Most High for seeing another day. And I leave the house. I try not to like procrastinate or like delay any type of task that I'm doing, and I'm out the door. And then like later on in the day, like traffic is going smoother, things are more like, nice, and I'm not so stressed out. Now there's other days that I'm like, feeling groggy and like, delaying, feel a bit ishy. I'm not showing you a middle finger, by the way. But like you know, so there's times that like the morning will be like super hectic, and as I'm like, into the thick of it in the traffic, then I start blaming the man, or I start blaming like the lights, or I start blaming, and when in reality it was me. I could have, done something different that morning, so that the rest of the day would have been like a more peaceful and easier transaction into every hour. You know what I mean? But like sometimes I think that as humans, we struggle with that type of self-evaluation, and that's understandable, because like, we be going through so many phases and thoughts every single second of the day, right? But like I just want to leave it with that, before you jump into conclusion that the enemy is after you. even so, like, keep this in mind: the enemy prowls around like a rolling lion, waiting to devour someone. Um, there's truth to it, but at the same time, don't give the enemy that much power. Don't give the man. Don't give they. Like whoever, like the rulers, the 1%. Don't give them so much power. Don't give them so much credit. Like, we're all trying to figure this out, and if you start doing some self reflection, if you start being more mindful and more precise on the steps you take, you'll see that there's a whole another side of things. You'll see that the mistakes you make, they're actually not mistakes. They're just steps on a ladder helping you to climb to the top. All right. Thank you for watching. Peace.